So here is the PlayStation 4 Pro in my little entertainment center here in my living room. And right to the left of it is the companion box for the PlayStation VR. There's my original PlayStation 4 and it's kind of precariously plugged in here because I ran out of outlets, power outlets, so I had to plug it into the hall with an extension cord, and then of course this is still connected to my television set through one of the HDMI outputs, or inputs actually. The output on the PlayStation 4, but the input on the TV. So that way I can monitor what's going on both systems on the same television set without having to put another TV attached to this guy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach an Ethernet cord to both PlayStations, and that's how I'm going to transfer all of my saves and all of my files and all that good stuff from one system to the other. So here we go. It says transfer data from another PlayStation 4. Now this screen that you see here is the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now I'm just going to go into the TV menu here so you can see. Go to the inputs. And I'm going to show you something very interesting. Now of course I have some other things hooked up to my television set here. But you see here HDMI 3. That is PlayStation 4. It says PlayStation 4 right below it. And that's a representation up above of what is going on the PlayStation 4 right now, and that's the original PlayStation 4. Now we go over to HDMI input number 4, and that will give you a preview up above again of what's going on the PlayStation 4 Pro. But the eagle-eyed among you will notice that HDMI 3 here, and I hope you can see it here, it says HDMI 3 PlayStation 4 below it. HDMI 4 PlayStation Roman numeral 5. So that's kind of interesting. So right now there is no Ethernet cord attaching both devices. I will have to attach them in a second. But first I'm just going to hit next here. So it says searching for PS4. PS4 found. Press the power button of that PS4 for 1 second until the system beeps to prepare to transfer data. Now, I do not have either PlayStation 4 plugged in via Ethernet anywhere. This is being done through the wireless, apparently, my home wireless network. So I'm going to press the power button over here for 1 second until it beeps. Okay, so now both PS4s are connected via a LAN cable. I'm going to hit next here and it hopefully will start transferring data between the systems. Okay, so transfer data from another PS4. The following data will be transferred. 316 gigabytes, that's 27 of 27 applications. Saved data 1.15 gigabytes. Captures 887.6 megabytes, themes 97.97 megabytes, very symmetrical there, and then settings 6.43 megabytes. So, time until transferring complete 4 hours. It says free space after transferring will be 542.7 gigabytes. So I had no idea that my original PlayStation 4 had so much stuff on it. 4 hours ahead of me, hopefully that's a very liberal estimate. Hopefully it is not the actual time, but we're going to do this. So I'm going to hit next here. And some users on the other PlayStation 4 have activated it as their primary PlayStation 4. Do you want to deactivate the other PlayStation 4 and activate this one? Sure, why not activate this PlayStation 4? Alright, let's start this transfer. Okay, transferring. Do not turn off the PlayStation 4 or disconnect any cables. The PlayStation 4 will automatically turn off when the transfer is complete. So we're just going to let it go. It really doesn't have a status meter, unfortunately. So I wish I would have started this earlier. Anyway, got to let it do what it's going to do. And both PlayStation 4s rebooted themselves during this process. So probably has to go into some sort of copying mode. I've never done this before. But we'll let it do what it's going to do, and then I'll join you on the other side of that. Okay, so the original PlayStation 4 shut itself off. The PlayStation 4 Pro is still on. And as you can see, it's a little bit different looking right now because this is what I had going on my original PlayStation 4. So it's actually kind of weird to have cloned the system. Obviously, I've done this with PCs before, but it's kind of cool to do this with a console because I've never done it with a console before. But I have all of my games on here, probably some I didn't need to copy over. The entire process did not take 4 hours. It took maybe, I want to say, an hour and 45 minutes, hour and a half, something like that. I didn't exactly time it. I know I probably should have timed it, but I didn't. So I have a lot of things on here. There's some demos. There's some things I've downloaded from PlayStation Plus. There's some full games like Mighty Number 9, and then of course there are games that need the disc like Bloodborne, and I really was not a huge fan of Bloodborne, but probably keep the Mad Max saves and whatnot. But I'll probably thin this out a little bit more because I don't need the full 400 and some odd gigs that I did copy over. But it's nice to have everything copied over now, and it's just like my old PlayStation. The entire interface, the theme, everything is as it should be, and it's very cool to transfer things over like this. Now, one of the things I'm really happy about that it copied over, and I knew it would, but this console has PT on it. So, of course, that's associated with my PlayStation Network account. Of course, you can no longer download it, so it's nice that I was able to transfer it from one console to the other. Of course, I knew that was going to happen, but it's nice to have that confirmation. But that's going to do it for this video. That's how you transfer your information, your saves, and your games from one PlayStation 4 to another one. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And if you want to help out this channel, you can give me a thumbs up, you can share this video, or you can actually join my Patreon, all of which is greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.